Now, in the continuation of our quest for Mach 4, we are now off to a 30-06 Savage Axis, which if any of you listen to our podcast, Geeks, Gadgets, and Guns, you realize that this is the one that I blew up and rebuilt. So, what we have here are some 223 sabots and a 30-06 cartridge. So we're going to load them up and get started testing. So, round one is in. Safety is disengaged. Let her rip. Oh. Well, I know it's definitely not the optical chronograph showing the correct speed, because it's apparently going 16,000 feet per second. The magneto is saying 3,600 though. And I don't trust this thing not to fly off. I'm guessing what we had as the optical chronograph is just a teeny weeny bit too close. So we will change that up. All right, so we have one round down. We've pulled the optical chronograph a bit further out, so we hopefully have the sabot not giving us a false reading. So what we're going to do here is we've got another charge. This is a 80% charge level we're firing right now. 55 grain bullet. Last time around, it was supposedly going 3,654 feet per second. Let's see what we got this time. Well, it did not jump quite as bad. We still have a weird reading. I'm going to clear out the optical. It didn't appear to pick that round up. 3645. So it appears to be staying in the same ballpark. We'll do a third one of the same loading level. And see how it goes. Still aiming for center. I don't trust that. The magneto is showing 5,382 feet per second. So I'm going to throw that reading out. And we'll run it again. 80% loading, number 3. The optical chronograph is just giving us all sorts of problems. There we go, another one in the ballpark, 3,686 feet per second. All right, 85% charge level. So instead of, say, 50.6 grains of a certain powder, we have 53.8 grains of a certain powder. And then we have a 90% charge level, which is going as high as you know, it's a tiny little itty bitty thing called 57 grains of powder, but we're not going to go on that. We're going to get 3 of these out quick. $38.34 feet per second. Moving up, moving on up. Moving on up to the brighter side. We're moving on up to the faster side. And it's actually giving us not that bad of a grouping, to tell you the truth. All right, number 2. Woo! 38.95. Anyone say Johnson's got himself a turbo boost? Question is, do we actually get 4,000 feet per second this time? Or do I have to keep loading them hotter? Whoo! 38.56. And the optical chronograph, well, not picking up everything, is staying actually in the ballpark. That last one it said was 38.51. All right, now to continue on where we left off. We're on the 90% charge level, and we're going to go for round number 1. We did find in the break while we were charging cameras, we were able to recover 2 sabots. They're falling off in less than 15 yards, which is kind of awesome. All right, Shot number 1. Oh, Shirley.
Woohoo!
How was that muzzle blast?
Pretty impressive.
Cool. I'm actually closing my eyes and kind of looking away because I'd rather not see the bright end of the barrel coming back in my face. So we're looking at 4,077 according to the optical, 4,088 according to the magneto. So yes, we just broke 4,000 feet per second. Now we have 2 more loadings after this that we're going to try out. So back on target, and let's see this muzzle blast. Dang, we got a heck of a muzzle blast on this. 4,048 or 83 depending on which chronograph you go for. The magneto is the lower of the 2. All right, shot number 3. Now these are 55 grain bullets. Think of the power factor on that. 4,000 plus feet per second with a 55 grain bullet. All right, back on target. 4,108 feet per second. I want to see what this does to ballistics gelatin. All right. We still have 1 more of those loaded up, but we're not going to shoot that this time. We're going to go a little bit crazier. We have, in the sabot this time, a 17.4 grain, 22 caliber air rifle pellet. That's right. Non-lead air rifle pellet. Going from 55 grains to 17.4 grains. What's going to happen? I don't know about you, but I'm hoping speed. I want Mach 4. And score! 4,475 feet per second. We just cracked Mach 4. Now to get those ballistics gel molds made so we can actually see what that does to gel. Now, of course, the optical chronograph errored out. Just to prove that it's not a fluke, we have 1 more loaded up, same pellet, on top of the same charge weight. This is going to be redonkulous. Yes, I just said that. .4413 feet per second. Optical says 4142. And if that was not crazy enough, we're going to pause for a minute, tape up the targets, because we now have what will look to you like a sabot with nothing in it. Actually, it has a 14 grain pellet in it. All right, we have 1 more sabot we found, completely a lot more destroyed than the others, and it's actually tore down further than the others. Now, we have the first round of the lead hollow point air rifle pellet. This thing is going to be sick. It's another 3 grains lighter than the last 2. All right, we got the first round of the lead loaded. Oh. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Let's see where we get at. We're on target. We have pasted the target. We've moved the slow-mo from right here to downrange to see if we can actually catch the sabot separating. Is it separating before it gets to the target, or is the target separating it? That'll be interesting to see. And shot 1. Crossing bad. All right, we need to adjust the magneto so we don't have a speed for shot number 1. And we're looking at 4,203 feet per second on the other one. All right, the magneto speed was walking forward on us, so we're showing a lower velocity downrange according to the optical chronograph. We don't have any magneto data. We have round number 2 in here, And let's see how this thing does. It's the only one we can get data for. All right. Error again on the magneto speed. Too much. I think we got it a little too close to the muzzle now. So.
Just too light.
No, it was a sensor one bad crossing.
Oh.
So yeah, just too light. I'm gonna try one more round to see if we can do it. So we don't have a speed. We're showing a lower velocity downrange, which seems a little odd. I'm thinking it might be the opticals picking up the sabot. That's a possibility since we don't have good data. And since it's a lighter projectile, it shouldn't be slower, but there's always a possibility. We're gonna try one more time with a 55 grainer to see what the magneto shows. Magneto picked that up. So, turns out we have figured out how to cross the 4,000 feet per second threshold, though it takes an air rifle pellet out of a 30-06 cartridge. Now let's get some ballistic gelatin and see what the hell happens.